All right, let's talk about something super weird. And let's be honest, kind of mortifying, right? We're diving into the anatomy of nervous laughter. Have you ever felt that? That urge to laugh at the absolute worst moment? I mean, you're in a situation that is not funny at all, but there it is, a giggle just bubbling up inside you. It's so confusing, right? And super awkward.
But here's the thing. If you've been there, you're in good company. You are so not alone. This isn't some weird character flaw you have. Nope. It's actually a predictable, scientific thing happening inside you, and we're about to get right into what's going on in your brain.
Okay, let's talk about that awkward laugh. Just think about that moment for a second. That really uncomfortable, almost skin-crawling feeling when your own body just betrays you with a laugh at the absolute worst possible time.
I mean, where does this happen? Maybe you're in a super serious lecture and it's dead silent. Or, oh man, a friend is telling you some really bad news. And then there's the big one, a funeral. Or maybe you're getting chewed out by your boss. In any of those moments, laughing is like the last thing on earth you should be doing. It feels so wrong.
And because it feels so completely wrong, our minds immediately jump to the worst possible conclusion, don't they? We start to wonder, what does this say about me?
Yeah, that's the big question that really gets to us, isn't it? Does laughing at a serious moment make you a bad person? We start to worry that we're being disrespectful or even cruel. That maybe we just don't get how serious things are, or worse, that we don't care. Okay, but here's where we're going to flip that entire script. The common misconception that you're being disrespectful, the reality, your system is just totally overwhelmed. You think it's cruel, but actually, it's a coping mechanism. And this is the big one. We worry it's a lack of empathy, when in fact, it can be a sign of super high sensitivity.
So how on earth can that be true? Well, the scientific truth behind the laugh is all about something that works kind of like a release valve for our brains.
It's called the release valve theory. And here's the easiest way to think about it. Your brain is basically trying to keep everything in balance, right? When it gets totally flooded with strong emotions, like stress or grief or even intense joy, the nervous system gets overwhelmed. So the brain looks for the fastest possible way to just let some of that pressure out and get back to normal.
So let's get into how this actually works. How does your brain hit this emergency eject button? Why does it choose, of all things, when things get serious?
Well, it all starts when your parasympathetic nervous system gets overloaded. Now, that's a mouthful, but basically it's the part of you that's supposed to calm you down. But when it gets hit with way too much emotional input, it kind of short circuits. You know, it's the same reason people sometimes cry when they're super happy. The emotion is just so intense, the wires get crossed, and the brain just goes, okay, I got to get this energy out now.
So think of it like a chain reaction. Step 1, a stressful event happens. You hear some bad news, let's say. Step 2, your nervous system gets completely overwhelmed. It's just too much. Step 3, your brain starts scrambling, looking for the fastest emotional release it can find. And boom, step 4, laughter gets triggered. It's a really powerful physical reaction that basically forces that energy out so you can get back to some kind of balance.
And understanding this science, well, it lets us completely reframe what that nervous laughter really means. And honestly, this is probably the most important part of this whole thing.
Because here's the big takeaway. That laugh isn't a sign that you don't care. It's often the exact opposite. It's happening because you are feeling so much all at once. Your system is it's overloaded with emotion and empathy.
I really want you to hear this next part. It's not a lack of feeling, it's an overflow of it. That's the key right there. That weird, awkward laugh is just your body's physical reaction to an emotional flood.
So what does this all mean for you? Well, it means you probably have high emotional sensitivity. It means your brain is just using a natural coping mechanism to handle it all. And it means your body is simply trying to regulate some really intense emotion. It's actually trying to help you.
So the crucial point here is pretty simple. Be kinder to yourself. And, be kinder to others when you see this happen. That person isn't being disrespectful. Their system is just overwhelmed. It's a total game changer, right? So I want to leave you with a final thought. Now that you know about this whole release valve thing, how does that change the way you see nervous laughter, both in yourself and when you see it in other people? Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me for this one.